Welcome, spiritual seekers and curious minds. Have you ever wondered about the consequences of stepping out of our destined paths? Why do some people seem to pay a heavy price when they don't heed divine warnings? In the spiritual cosmos, there exist individuals often referred to as the chosen ones. These are souls that are selected for a special purpose, a destiny that is unique to them. They are often bestowed with divine warnings, signals from the universe, guiding them towards their predestined path. Like a lighthouse guiding a ship through stormy seas, these divine warnings serve to guide the chosen ones towards their true purpose. But what happens when these warnings go unheeded? When the chosen ones decide to step out of their lane, ignoring the divine signals meant to guide them? The repercussions can be severe, often resulting in a heavy price to pay. It's as if the universe itself conspires to bring them back onto the path they were meant to tread. These divine warnings, however, are not punishments or threats, but rather they are guidance. They exist to steer individuals towards their true path, to help them realize their potential and fulfill their destiny. They serve as a compass, indicating the direction towards which one should steer their life. Ignoring these warnings, therefore, can be likened to sailing a ship without a compass, venturing into the vast, unpredictable ocean without a guide. The ship might get lost, face tumultuous storms, or even worse, crash onto the rocky shores. In the same way, the chosen ones who ignore the divine warnings might find themselves lost in life, facing challenges and hardships that could have been avoided had they heeded the divine guidance. Their journey becomes more difficult, their path more arduous. But all is not lost, for the universe is patient and will continue to send signals, hoping for them to return to their destined path. Before we delve deeper, if you find our content helpful, do subscribe to our channel to stay connected with us. We appreciate your support. So who are these chosen ones, and how are they selected? You may have heard the term chosen ones used in various contexts, often with a spiritual or religious connotation. It's a concept that exists across different cultures and belief systems, each with its unique interpretation. But at its core, the idea of the chosen ones revolves around a select group of individuals, singled out for an exceptional purpose or mission. To explore this concept, let's start with the spiritual perspective. In many traditions, the chosen ones aren't necessarily selected by human means. Instead, they're believed to be chosen by a higher power or divine entity. This selection process is seen as a mysterious and sacred act, often beyond human comprehension. These individuals are not always the most powerful, the smartest, or the most talented in a worldly sense. Instead, they're often the ones who show a particular kind of wisdom, an ability to perceive what's not immediately apparent, or a capacity for great love and compassion. They're chosen because they possess certain qualities that make them suitable for their divine assignment. In some traditions, the chosen ones are believed to be souls that have been selected even before their birth. They come into this world with a predetermined mission, a divine task they're destined to fulfill. This could be anything from leading a spiritual movement to bringing about social change, to simply spreading love and kindness in their corner of the world. Now let's consider another perspective. In certain philosophies, the concept of the chosen ones isn't necessarily tied to a divine selection. Instead, it's about self-selection. These are individuals who choose themselves to embark on a particular path or mission. They feel a deep inner calling, a pull towards a certain purpose, and they heed this call. They choose themselves to be the agents of change, the bearers of light, the pioneers of a new way of being. Whether chosen by divine selection or self-selection, these individuals often face unique challenges. Their path is seldom easy. They may face opposition, misunderstanding, or even persecution. But they persist, driven by a sense of purpose that's larger than themselves. They're willing to walk the difficult path, to bear the burdens that come with their mission, because they understand the importance of their role. So in essence, the chosen ones are those who are singled out for a specific purpose, a divine assignment, if you will. Whether they're chosen by a higher power or they choose themselves, they're tasked with a mission that's beyond the ordinary. Their journey may be challenging, but it's also deeply meaningful. They're here to make a difference, to influence the course of events, to bring about change in their own unique way. So these chosen ones are essentially tasked with an important mission, a divine assignment, if you will. Now let's talk about these divine warnings that the chosen ones receive. These warnings, they're not your typical caution signs or red flags. They're profound, deeply personal, and often come cloaked in mystery. They can appear in dreams, visions, or even spiritual experiences that defy explanation. Imagine, if you will, a dream so vivid, so real, that it leaves you questioning the very fabric of your reality. A dream that carries a message so potent, it's impossible to ignore. This is often how these divine warnings manifest for the chosen ones. They are not simply a play of the subconscious mind, but a direct message from a higher power, a guiding force. But dreams aren't the only avenue for these divine warnings. Visions, too, play a crucial role. A chosen one might experience a sudden flash of insight, a glimpse of a potential future, or a clear image that seems to hold a deeper meaning. These visions can occur at any time, during meditation, in moments of quiet contemplation, or even amidst the chaos of everyday life. And then there are spiritual experiences, moments of profound connection with the universe, a sense of oneness or a sudden understanding of a complex truth. These experiences are often accompanied by a strong sense of knowing, a certainty that something must be done or a path must be followed. These divine warnings, however, are not meant to instill fear. Quite the contrary. They are intended to guide, to provide a compass when the chosen ones find themselves lost in the wilderness of life. They are a beacon of light, illuminating the path towards their true purpose. These warnings might seem cryptic at times, shrouded in symbolism and metaphors. But within this enigma lies their beauty. They demand to be deciphered, inviting the chosen ones to engage in a deeper exploration of their inner world, to unravel the mysteries of their soul. It's important to remember that these warnings are not punishments or signs of impending doom. They are a call to action, a nudge in the right direction. They serve as a reminder that the chosen ones have a higher purpose, and that they must stay true to their path despite the challenges they might encounter along the way. The divine warnings are a testament to the unique journey each chosen one must embark on. They are personal, tailored specifically to the individual's life and circumstances. They are not one-size-fits-all, but rather a bespoke guide crafted with infinite wisdom and compassion. So the next time you find yourself standing at the crossroads of life, remember this: the divine warnings are not there to scare you. They are there to guide you, to help you navigate through the twists and turns of your journey. They are a sign that you have been chosen, that you are part of something greater than yourself, and that you are on the right track. These warnings, however cryptic, are meant to lead the chosen ones towards their true path. But what happens when these warnings are ignored? What are the consequences? You see, when we choose to turn a deaf ear to these divine nudges, it's akin to walking in the dark without a flashlight. We stumble, we fall, and we bruise ourselves repeatedly. It's not a pleasant journey, and it's certainly not the path of least resistance. It's a road marked with confusion, filled with the echoes of unanswered questions and the shadows of uncertainty. When you ignore the divine warnings, you're essentially saying, "I know better." You're dismissing the wisdom of the universe, the knowledge of something far greater than ourselves. You're rejecting the guidance that's been offered to you, choosing instead to navigate the complexities of life solely based on your limited human understanding. And what's the result? You might start to feel lost, like a ship adrift at sea with no compass to guide it. You're moving, yes, but there's no direction, no destination. You're just going with the flow, subject to the whims of the waves and the mercy of the winds. It's a feeling of helplessness, of not being in control of your own journey. Moreover, you may experience repeated failures. It's as if you're stuck in a loop, encountering the same problems over and over again, making the same mistakes, facing the same challenges. You're running in circles, getting nowhere fast. It's frustrating, it's exhausting, and it's disheartening. And in some cases, ignoring these divine warnings can lead to severe hardships. You may find yourself in situations that test your resilience, your courage, and your faith. These are the dark nights of the soul, the times when you feel like you're at the end of your rope with no light at the end of the tunnel. It's a crucible of sorts, a trial by fire that leaves you feeling broken, battered, and beaten. But here's the thing. These are not punishments. They're not the universe's way of getting back at you for your arrogance or your ignorance. No, these are lessons. Hard-learned perhaps, but lessons nonetheless. They're the universe's way of nudging you back onto the right path, of showing you that there's a better way, a higher way. So the next time you feel that gentle nudge, that subtle hint, that divine warning, don't ignore it, don't dismiss it, embrace it, listen to it, heed it, because it's there for a reason. It's there to guide you, to help you, to lead you towards your true purpose, your true path. Ignoring the divine warnings can lead to a path of struggles and challenges. Don't let that be your story. Let your story be one of wisdom, of growth, of enlightenment. Let it be a journey guided by the divine, a journey marked not by struggle and hardship, but by grace and ease. Let's delve into some real-life stories where chosen ones ignored their divine warnings. Our first tale brings us to a woman named Emily. Emily was known for her uncanny ability to predict the future. She would often have visions, dreams, and sensations that would later come to pass. One day, Emily had a gut feeling that she should cancel her trip abroad, but she disregarded it, attributing it to anxiety. She went ahead with her travel plans only to find herself caught in an unexpected political turmoil in the country she was visiting. She was stranded there for weeks, facing numerous hardships. Had she listened to her inner voice, her divine warning, she could have avoided this ordeal. Next, we have the story of a man named Oliver. He was a successful businessman who seemed to have a knack for making the right decisions at the right time. But when he was warned in a dream not to invest in a certain venture, he brushed it off as a simple bad dream. He went ahead with the investment, only to see it crumble and result in a massive financial loss. His divine warning had been clear, yet he chose to ignore it. Then there was Sophia, a young woman with a heart full of ambition. She was warned by a spiritual guide to avoid getting involved in a particular relationship. However, she was so enamored by the charm of the other person that she disregarded the advice. The relationship turned out to be toxic and left her emotionally drained. Had she heeded her divine warning, she could have saved herself from the heartache. The story of Michael is another case in point. He was a man of great faith who always believed in divine intervention. Yet when he received a sign to not take a certain job offer, he ignored it, thinking it was too good to refuse. The job turned out to be highly stressful and negatively impacted his health. His ignored warning had come at a high cost. Finally, let's look at the story of Julia, a woman who was always in tune with her spiritual side. She often received divine warnings in the form of intuition and signs. One day, she felt a strong urge to visit her doctor for a checkup, although she had no apparent symptoms. She ignored this feeling, thinking it was unnecessary. Months later, she was diagnosed with a health condition that could have been detected and managed earlier if she had acted on her divine warning. Each of these stories presents a different scenario, but the common thread is the ignored divine warning. These individuals, chosen ones as they were, had received clear signs, signals, or feelings, urging them to take a particular course of action or to avoid a certain path. Yet, they all chose to ignore these warnings, resulting in significant consequences. However, it's important to remember that these stories are not about blaming or shaming these individuals. We all have moments of doubt, moments when we choose to follow our own desires or judgments rather than listen to our inner voice or divine guidance. The key is to learn from these stories, to understand the importance of paying attention to these warnings when they come our way. These stories emphasize that divine warnings are not just about avoiding negative outcomes. They are about guiding us towards our highest good, helping us make decisions that are in alignment with our spiritual path, and protecting us from potential harm. They remind us that we, as the chosen ones, have a responsibility to heed these warnings, to stay in our lane, and to honor the divine guidance we receive. These stories serve as a reminder of the importance of heeding our divine warnings. Now let's talk about what happens when we heed these divine warnings. Imagine a breeze. It's subtle, gentle, easily ignored. But this isn't just any breeze. It's a divine wind, whispering words of wisdom and guidance into your ear. When you stop, when you listen, when you heed these divine warnings, that's when your life takes a turn for the extraordinary. Heeding divine warnings is akin to aligning with your true purpose. When you listen to the divine, you're not merely following a path laid out for you. You're walking the path you were always meant to walk. This path may not always be the easiest. It may not always be the most convenient, but it's your path, designed specifically for you, and it leads to a place of purpose, fulfillment, and harmony. Listening to these divine warnings is like unveiling a treasure chest of wisdom and understanding. It's like finding a map that leads you to your highest self. It's like grabbing the steering wheel of your life and confidently navigating towards your destiny. These divine warnings can come in many forms. They could be a recurring dream, a feeling in your gut, or an inexplicable intuition. They're not always loud, not always clear, but they're always there, gently nudging you towards your true purpose. Let's take a moment to consider spiritual growth. It's a journey of self-discovery, of understanding who you truly are and what you're capable of. Heeding divine warnings accelerates this process. It's like a compass pointing you in the right direction, guiding you towards your spiritual growth. When you listen to these divine warnings, you're not just listening to any voice. You're listening to the divine, the universe, your higher self. And this voice, it knows you. It knows your strengths, your weaknesses, your potential. It knows where you're meant to go, and it's doing its best to guide you there. Listening to these warnings doesn't just lead to spiritual growth. It leads to a life of fulfillment. When you heed these warnings, you're aligning your actions with your purpose, your dreams with your reality. You're not just living, you're thriving. You're not just surviving, you're flourishing. Heeding these divine warnings is like tuning into a frequency that's been waiting for you. It's like aligning with a rhythm that's been playing all along, a rhythm that's in sync with your heart's deepest desires and your soul's highest calling. Imagine a life where every decision you make is guided by divine wisdom, where every step you take is in line with your true purpose. Imagine a life where you're not just existing but living to your fullest potential. That's the life you invite when you heed these divine warnings. In a world that's often noisy and chaotic, these divine warnings are like a beacon of light guiding you through the storm. They're like a gentle whisper amidst the clamor, a soft voice that guides you home. Heeding these divine warnings is not about fear or judgment. It's about love, understanding, and alignment. It's about recognizing that you're a part of something larger, something divine, and that this divine force is always guiding you towards your highest good. Remember, these divine warnings are not meant to restrict you. They're meant to guide you. They're not meant to limit you. They're meant to liberate you. They're not meant to confine you. They're meant to free you to live your best life. So, what happens when we heed these divine warnings? We align with our true purpose. We experience spiritual growth. We lead a fulfilled life. We dance to the rhythm of our own drum, guided by the divine music that's always been playing within us. Heeding these divine warnings can lead to a path of harmony and fulfillment. They're like a compass, guiding us towards our true north. They're like a map, leading us to our highest self. They're like a lighthouse, illuminating the path towards our deepest dreams and our grandest visions. So my friends, let's listen, let's heed these divine warnings. Let's walk this path of harmony and fulfillment together. As we reach the end of our discussion, let's recap what we've learned today. We began our journey by exploring the concept of chosen ones, a term that holds different meanings for different people and cultures. In essence, it refers to individuals who are believed to have been selected by a divine entity or force for a specific purpose or mission. These individuals may hail from all walks of life, their selection not determined by societal status, wealth, or physical prowess, but by the depth of their spirit and the strength of their resolve. We then delved into the topic of divine warnings. These are messages or signs believed to be from a higher power, intended to guide the chosen ones and keep them on their destined path. They could be as subtle as an unexpected feeling of unease, or as blatant as a recurring dream. The nature of these warnings is as diverse as the chosen ones themselves, each tailored to the individual's unique perception and understanding. In the third part of our discussion, we navigated the treacherous waters of ignoring these divine warnings. History and folklore are rife with tales of chosen ones who turned a blind eye to these signs, choosing to follow their own path rather than the one divinely ordained for them. The consequences of such actions were seldom minor. They often resulted in a deviation from their true path, leading to turmoil, strife, and, in some cases, a fall from grace. We also shared stories of such ignorance, tales from different cultures and times that act as a mirror to our own struggles with divine guidance. Each story served as a reminder of the potential pitfalls that await those who disregard these celestial signposts. However, it's not all doom and gloom. We also highlighted the benefits of heeding these divine warnings. By listening to these celestial whispers, chosen ones can align themselves with their divine purpose, leading to personal growth, spiritual enlightenment, and a sense of fulfillment that transcends worldly desires. In essence, these divine warnings are like a compass, continuously pointing us towards our true north. Ignoring them is akin to embarking on a journey without a map, where every turn could lead to a dead end. But by paying heed to these signals, we can navigate our way through the labyrinth of life with a sense of direction and purpose. Before we conclude, it's important to note that the concept of chosen ones and divine warnings is not exclusive to any particular religion or belief system. It's a universal concept that transcends geographical borders and cultural boundaries. No matter where we come from or what we believe in, we all have a divine purpose, a unique role to play in the grand scheme of things. And these divine warnings are just a way of ensuring that we stay true to that role. Remember, these divine warnings are not meant to instill fear, but to guide us towards our true path. So let's pay heed to them and embrace our divine assignments. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope to see you in our next video.